Okay, so this is TinkerCAD Basics. TinkerCAD is a pretty low-level CAD program, but it's very compatible with our MakerBot 3D printers. So it's fun. It's one of the easier ones, and I think students really have a good time using this. So on the top right, you click Sign In, and you click Sign In with Google, and then it should your email should pop up. So you click the email, your school email. Not really working so great with this. All right, so you click the school email, it should work, and then it's going to load up kind of the home page for for the CAD program. Okay, so if you will probably have some, well, if you've never used this will be empty. It might also try to prompt you to a tutorial. If it does prompt you to a tutorial, you could just X out of that. And if you click this, the TinkerCAD symbol in the top left of the page, then it should just take you right back to the home page, and then you'll be here. So what we're going to do today, we're going to go to Create New Design. And then when you create new design, it's going to put you onto a plate. It's kind of like the 3D printing plate. It might take a second to load, and then you're on the plate. On the right side, you'll see populated are all these basic shapes, and you see this plate. Now, I should preface by saying it's easiest to use a mouse when doing this. So there's 3 different things you can do on the mouse. You can click with the left click, which is kind of the normal clicks. You can, if you can zoom in and out with the wheel on the mouse, like that little scroll in and scroll out. If you click and hold the wheel in, like hold it down and move your mouse, you'll notice you can move the entire plate up, down, left, right. And then if you right click and hold the right click, you'll notice you can orbit around. So orbiting around is really helpful. So you should practice some of those things just to make sure that you get it, because those things can help for sure. So using a mouse is definitely easy. In the top left, by the TinkerCAD symbol, there's going to be a name. It just gives you a sample name. So you can name this your name, so your actual name, and then TinkerCAD Basics, something like that. And if you click off, then now that's the name of the project. And if you go out, if you press the dashboard button, that project will now be saved. So what you can do is you can take a couple of these basic shapes and you can put them on to the plate. Now you can, if you hear how I'm clicking, I'm just clicking once and then clicking it onto the plate. You can click and hold it and drag it on, but a lot of CAD is just single clicks. So you want to just click down and then click once and then click it onto the plate. Notice that when I have this box highlighted, all the information about the box shows up. But what you can do, sometimes if you wanted to work with something over here and the information about the box is in the way, you can press this triangle and that'll send the box information back up. Okay, so what we're going to do, we don't actually need any of this stuff. I'm going to highlight everything. Notice when I do, it says shapes 6. So that's telling about what we'll do in the future, and you can press the delete button. Perfect. So what we'll do to get started is we're going to put a cone onto the plate. And when we put the cone onto the plate, you'll notice that as it's highlighted, if you click off, it's just the cone, but if you click onto it, it highlights with certain things. You have these things that we'll focus on are these white squares at the corners, and we have a white square at the top. So first thing, we're going to talk about the white squares. The white squares at the corners will do length and width. So if you click and hold, you can move it around, and you're changing the length and width, and you'll notice that the number changes as we move it. One thing we're not going to really do in CAD is we're not going to hold and move around like that. So what you do is you could just click the corner of with the white box and click on the number, and it'll stay there for a few seconds, and you could just write with your keyboard 50 enter. We're going to make this one 50 enter. And we're going to make the height 50 enter. Now we've made a 50 by 50 by 50. All right.